Antonio at Spacecon with a very special guest, Nick Gillard. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us. I want to ask you, what would most Star Wars fans know you from, recognize?
Most Star Wars fans would know me from Star Wars.
Yeah, and like, what do you do? What do you do?
I'm the stunt coordinator and laughingly known as the sword master. I don't really know that much about swords.
What was like the inspiration for the Star Wars choreography and the lightsabers?
It was I just asked to come up by George with a new kind of martial art.
Okay.
And I figured if they had chosen swords in a universe full of, laser guns, that they would have to be very good with swords. And when you do Star Wars, one thing that George is adamant about is that it's familiar. So he won't have a super slick space gun. He'll have a gun with maybe a flintlock look on it. So it should be something that you recognise almost. And so it's key to do that. So the sword fighting has to be a sort of mixture of all kinds of sword styles that you may recognise, that it won't look too alien to you. Familiar is the thing.
Yeah. Okay. What's one scene that you're the most proud of?
I think personally it would be Darth Maul, Obi-Wan. Only because, that was the first movie and we were starting out. By the time, I loved Duel of the Fates, but they were already up and running by then, when we were establishing it in Phantom Menace. And I think it went very well, that fight. For that.
What was some of the most challenging things of teaching some of the actors the choreography, or what was that process like?
For me, it was a really easy process. There weren't any challenges. Only because I made it so that it wasn't strict. I'm not going to force a style onto you. So I get them to just do a bit of movement, like almost a dance. I say, how would you dance? We've nearly always got music on in the rehearsal room. And they might do some little move, like Shakti. She sort of did this move.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just go with that. But rather than, because otherwise they get embarrassed about this or that.
Yeah.
If you go with the way that they move, then that's half the battle done. They're comfortable with it, and you can make it, then it looks like their style.
Yeah. What was your favorite memory from all the Star Wars projects you worked on?
So many. I think so many. Hayden and I lived next to each other in Australia for a couple of years, on 2 films. And it was about, 5 miles from the studio. We both had very fast cars. So we would always race back.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Don't tell the Australian government that. And then when we got back, we would have these incredible water bomb fights. From balcony to balcony.
Oh my God.
We were loaded with water bombs, balloons with water. I once hit him, he won't like it, but he was posing. I saw him posing on his balcony like that, in a baseball cap, because people down there knew he lived there. There was lots of girls down on the looking up at him, but they couldn't see me, and I hit him from 50 meters with a water bomb right in the hat. His hat went off, it splattered water. Oh, that's one of my happiest memories.
Oh my
I love that.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And he just looked at me and went, good shot.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love that.
Yeah. So it's yes, making the movie, but the fun stuff you have outside of it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Those are some of the best memories.
They always are, yeah.
It's so cool. Are there any parts that you put into the choreography that is like unique to Star Wars rather than any other kind of martial arts?
Yeah, I made it up. It's become its own thing, and I think, and it certainly is a martial art now. But I think it's a martial art that anybody can do. There's only one rule in it. All fighting is full of rules, and I hate rules. Fighting is about winning. There aren't any rules in fighting, and so the one rule in lightsaber fighting is Your limbs they don't matter. You have to defend your torso and your head. If I can cut your head off, but you can cut my leg off, you have to defend your head.
Yeah.
That's the only rule.
There's no rules.
You can attack, defend, go moving forwards, backwards, sideways, which you can't do that in any others.
Yeah. What was one of your favorite choreographed fights that didn't make it into?
I think the 6 manga guards again, Obi versus 6 of Grievous's guards, and they were different, the guards back then. There was another fight that we were going to do with the Imperial guards. I always wanted to do a fight with the red guys.
Yeah.
And because they look so fantastic. And when Mace goes to get Palpatine, there's 2 guards there, and he just shoots them up the wall. Yeah. And it was just because George was in a hurry and he didn't, he just don't get rid of them. But I really wanted to do that fight.
Well, thank you so much for this. It's great meeting you and great hanging out with you over the weekend. So we really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.